Stanford tracked payroll data for millions of workers and found something quiet. In the jobs most exposed to AI, hiring for younger workers has already fallen 16%. Not layoffs, not headlines. The postings just stop. That's how office jobs actually disappear. One hiring freeze at a time. But here's the part nobody tells you. You've got roughly 2 years where being early is still cheap. So this is not a list of dying jobs. It's a list of exits. 7 office roles where the experience you already have becomes the product. A business one person can run. For each one, what's actually eroding, what you keep, what it becomes, and the first move you can make whilst the salary is still landing. And the last one flips this whole thing on its head, because the tool taking that job is the same tool that builds the business. Number 1, the Customer Success Manager. Last September, Salesforce cut its support organization from 9,000 people to around 5,000. 4,000 roles after AI agents took over 1.5 million customer conversations. The chief executive's exact words, "I need less heads." But notice what the AI didn't replace: knowing why customers actually leave. If you've done this job, you've watched churn happen in slow motion. The botched onboarding, the unused feature, the account that goes quiet in month 2. That judgment is the product. There are thousands of software founders doing $500,000 to $3 million a year who are losing customers for exactly those reasons, and they can't justify a full-time hire. So you become their fractional customer success lead. You build the onboarding playbook, the health scores, the renewal process across 2 or 3 companies at once. Fractional retainers in this space typically run $5,000 to $10,000 a month per client. 2 clients at $5,000 is $10,000 a month. Realistically, $120,000 a year, and the first step costs you nothing but an evening. Write your current onboarding process up as a generic 90-day playbook. Then sell one founder a fixed-fee onboarding audit for around $2,000. One audit is the whole test. Number 2, the project manager. Back in 2019, Gartner predicted that 80% of project management tasks, the data collection, the tracking, the status reports, would be gone by 2030. 6 years on, that is exactly what the software now does. But look at what's left when the admin disappears. Someone still has to make the rollout actually happen. Vendors sell systems all day long. Almost nobody owns the delivery. That gap is the business. Freelance implementation project managers run software rollouts, CRM migrations, and system switchovers for small companies. And experienced ones charge $70 to $120 an hour. 25 billable hours a week at $90, models out to around $108,000 a year. Who pays? Business owners with 10 to 100 staff halfway through an implementation that's quietly going sideways, and the software vendors themselves who subcontract delivery work constantly. Because what you keep is the thing AI can't do, moving actual humans through actual change. First step whilst you're still employed. Take the one tool you already run at work, join its partner ecosystem, and quote a single fixed price migration for a local firm. One project, quoted, delivered. Quick pause. If this video has you thinking about your own job, I built a quiz for exactly that. 10 questions, 2 minutes. It tells you which of the 4 types you are: creator, builder, orchestrator, or human, and what to start building whilst you've still got time. Links below. Referenced. Number 3, the financial analyst. Citigroup's own research put it bluntly. 54% of banking jobs have high potential to be automated. The most exposed industry they measured. The models build themselves now. What doesn't build itself is judgment. Telling an owner what the numbers mean and what to do next. And outside the banks, there's a huge market that has never had that. Businesses doing $1 to $10 million a year, with a bookkeeper recording the past and nobody reading the future. A fractional finance practice gives them a 13-week cash flow forecast, budget against actuals, and a monthly hour where somebody finally tells the owner the truth. Fractional finance retainers commonly run $3,000 to $7,000 a month. 3 clients at 4,000 models out to $144,000 a year. Who pays? Agencies, e-commerce brands, trades businesses. Owner-led, cash-stressed, and allergic to hiring a full-time finance director. First step, whilst you're still employed, build one 13-week cash flow template you're proud of and sell a single fixed-fee forecast engagement for around $2,000 to one business owner you already know. Number 4, the HR manager. IBM's chief executive confirmed that AI now handles 94% of the company's routine HR tasks, Pay statements, holiday requests, the lot, and several hundred HR roles went with it. The routine layer of the job is what vanished. What's left is the part that was always the real job, keeping a company out of trouble with people, hiring properly, firing lawfully, a handbook that would survive a tribunal. And there is a whole band of companies with exactly that problem. 10 to 50 employees, big enough to get sued, too small to pay $130,000 for a full-time HR head. A fractional HR consultant runs that layer across a roster of them. Retainers typically run $3,000 to $8,000 a month per company. 4 clients at 3,000 models out to $144,000 a year. Who pays? Founders who just hit the headcount where things get legally serious, and their lawyers who'd rather refer the work than do it. First step, whilst you're still employed, package a fixed fee compliance audit and handbook rebuild at around $3,000 and sell it once through your own network. Every company you've ever worked with knows someone who needs it. Number 5, the paralegal. Goldman Sachs ranked legal work second of every profession for AI exposure. 44% of tasks automatable. Inside the big firms, that's the drafting and discovery grunt work drying up. But the very same shift built the freelance market. Solo attorneys and 2 to 10 lawyer firms have lumpy caseloads, buried one month, quiet the next, and they can't justify a full-time hire. Freelance paralegals take the overflow, drafting, discovery, contract review at $45 to $125 an hour, and the maths only needs half a week. 20 billable hours at $75 is $72,000 a year, more than the employed median on half the hours. One rule keeps you safe. Paralegals work under attorney supervision, so you serve law firms, never the public directly. Who pays? The small firms billing your work onto their clients at 3 times your rate. The margin sells itself. First step whilst you're still employed. Run a conflict check, then offer overflow support to one small firm you don't work for in the one practice area you already know cold. Number 6, the executive assistant. Goldman's same report put administrative work at number 1, 46% of tasks exposed, and the government's own projections have executive assistant roles shrinking through 2034. Here's what those numbers can't see. The reason a good assistant is irreplaceable was never the calendar, it's judgment. Knowing what matters, who's stalling, and what the boss forgot. Package that properly, and it has a different name, a fractional chief of staff, and founders pay properly for it. Retainers run $6,000 to $12,000 a month for part-week scope. 2 founder clients at 6,000 models out to $144,000 a year. 2 to 3 times what most employed assistants earn. That is the biggest pay flip on this entire list. Who pays? Funded solo founders, agency owners, practice principals, people drowning in operations with no second in command. First step whilst you're still employed, take one founder as a paid pilot. 5 hours a week, inbox, calendar, and a weekly operations check-in. Add a flat $1,200 a month, evenings. If it works, raise the scope. Number 7. The bookkeeper. This one is official. The Bureau of Labour Statistics projects bookkeeping jobs will decline 6% by 2034, about 94,000 roles gone, and it names software automation as the reason. There are 1.6 million of these jobs in America. Now watch the inversion, because it's the thesis of this whole list. The automation killing the salaried job is exactly what makes the solo version work. Month-end close used to take days per client. With modern software, it's a few hours. So one person can carry 15 clients at $500 a month, $7,500 a month, $90,000 a year. Nearly double the employed median. The tool that takes the job is the tool that builds the business. Who pays? The local businesses that will never hire in-house. Trades, contractors, restaurants, clinics, online sellers. Every town is full of them, and their books are a mess. First step, whilst you're still employed, and this one is free. The QuickBooks Pro Advisor certification costs nothing. Get it, then take one client you already know, a tradesperson, month end, close only. One client is a hedge, 15 is a business. Every job on this list is the same move seen 7 times. The routine layer erodes, the judgment layer becomes the product, and the software doing the eroding becomes your leverage. You package what you already know, you sell it to people who can't hire you full-time, and you build it whilst the salary still pays for it. That's a hedge, not a leap. Now, which one of these you'd actually run depends on which of the 4 types you are: creator, builder, orchestrator, or human. I built a free quiz that tells you in 2 minutes, 10 questions, and you get your path and exactly what to build first. It's linked below, and comment the job title you want me to threat map next. I'm building a file on every one of them.